Yeah.
Are you recording?
In 3, 2.
Audio check. Got it.
Hello, everyone. This is the
Toasty podcast.
That was my. He did my thing.
Joined today with
Senpai Ale. This is a longtime homie. We wanted to bring him on the podcast because he's got a lot of good things going on. Him and our homie Ricardo started the Grime Bros. They do EDM DJing and music and all that fun stuff. EP coming soon. Amazing mixes every week. Is it Thursday? Every Thursday?
Every Thursday.
Every Thursday on SoundCloud. Link will be down in the description, so make sure that you follow that.
all their social medias.
All their social medias.
Are you still having that contest going on, Mobile Line?
I am. It actually ended today.
But it's okay. So thank you for being on the podcast with us
on
the Toasty podcast.
Thank you for having me.
And as you can tell, we don't have toast again.
No,
but it is in progress. We have a toaster back here somewhere.
Toaster. That's what we forgot. We forgot
the next one will have toast.
And we will have toast.
We'll have toast.
So yeah, how's your guys' week so far?
Pretty good. Spent the weekend with my pops. Got to celebrate his birthday. That was last weekend. This weekend. So
nice.
Yeah, some good shit.
I saw that. I was keeping up with it on the dailies.
Dailies. Instagram. Check it out.
That's an Instagram story.
Anyways, well, I really wanted to get into Senpai and what he's doing. So just give us a little bit of a rundown. Like, what's going on? Like, how did they get started? Like what are you looking to do?
Yeah. So lately, for the past year or so, I've been going to like a lot of music festivals or EDM festivals in general, raves and stuff, with some close buddies like you guys, some ADC. That was super fun. And one of my close buddies, Ricardo, we've been super close, and we were at a show one time, and we're like, dude, wouldn't it be super sick if we were up in that stage? Like, I think that's pretty sick, man.
Yeah.
So then 4 weeks ago, he has a DJ controller. He has like his whole setup and everything. And we just went, and then he's like, "Hey man, let's see if we could kind of vibe off each other and see if we can mix well together." And next thing you know, we're 4 episodes deep on Super Grime Bros, and it's been fun. It's been a journey, and that's all we've been focusing every Thursday. Just improving and getting better on mixing. For example, for the past 4 episodes, each episode is a different type of genre. It goes from like dubstep to house to this upcoming Thursday is going to be Moomba, which is going to be very...
Dude, I'm excited for that. Yeah. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, we just want to show people that we are pretty versatile when it comes to different genres, and that we're not just sticking with one genre. And then after a while, of course, we're going to have something that's going to define what we do.
Right.
But other than that, just been going to work, saving up money, get better controllers, and hopefully we'll have our first show in March. So we're
dang, that'd be dope, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna definitely be there.
Yeah,
you're gonna be sure. Backstage and everything,
without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. But that's exciting. So tell us a little bit about that story, because I know that this is a new adventure and everything. Tell us a little bit about how that came about, like where the potential of that, some things that you have to do, all that stuff. Tell a little bit about that.
Yeah. So basically, I'm not gonna lie. When we did the first episode, I just did it for fun, really.
Right.
It's just like, let's just make some music. Let's mix it. Let's see what comes out. Shared it on Twitter. And dude, I'm just so shocked and very humble of all the response that we've been getting on it.
Yeah.
People that I don't even know on Twitter that follow me, and I follow them too, but you know how Twitter works. Yeah. They quote it, just giving us compliments, saying like, dude, this is so sick, and, are you guys going to make more and stuff? Once I started hearing those comments, I was like, yo, Ricardo, we might be on to something. Yeah. So we tested it out. We did week 2. I shared it again. And we noticed it's just getting listens on SoundCloud more and more and more. And we're promoting it and everything, and at that point, after we did episode 2, we kind of realized, like, hey, man, we could kind of do something out of this, and we could kind of, be something,
Yeah.
And I don't know, I just got really excited about that, so I kind of took it more serious. I ended up buying a PC again, because I was like, you know what, I'm going to buy a PC, and I'm going to start making music.
This time it wasn't for gaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it wasn't for gaming.
Now you just realize where the true master is.
Exactly.
Got rid of the console plebs.
I ended up spending half the money of what I paid for the gaming one, so that felt good. I got Ableton, and then I'm taking classes online on just like music theory and getting a better understanding on music in general with like, the rhythm and stuff. So once I bought that computer and once I made that step on getting Ableton and everything, I kind of told myself it's a serious thing, and let's make something out of it. I mean, Ricardo's already been producing music, so he's kind of teaching me along the way. For example, we went to a show in San Francisco. We went to go see Grand Theft, and after the show, Ricardo was able to talk to him, and and he was able to give him some pointers, send him his music and stuff. And I feel once we were able to talk to an actual DJ who's performing, who performed at EDC, who performed at all these different places, giving us pointers on how to make music, it's really like truly like making me think we're going somewhere.
Dude, totally. It's funny because like I remember when we were coming back from Countdown, you just had your playlist going from SoundCloud, and there's a segment with Midnight Tyrannosaurus, and this dude's interviewing him.
That's right.
And he's talking about how he first started, and how he's starting is just like how you guys are starting. You do shows at places, ain't nobody show up. You know what I mean? But eventually, you get noticed. Dude got invited to EDC, and all his homies is like on Facebook, be like, "Hey man, hey, what's good? Can I get that invite to EDC?" And he goes, "Oh, where were you at my show when I was playing down the road?"
Yeah, exactly.
Dude. So that's like, I think you guys will like if you just keep at it, because Ricardo's stuff, I appreciate it. Like most people's things that I've listened to that are like lesser known, I just brush it off. But like there is like there is potential there, like even for both of y'all.
Oh, definitely. I appreciate it. And forgot to mention Benji himself here. He's doing some of our photo shoots already, and he did a little cover art that we did for 2 of the episodes already. And we appreciate Benji for his work. Same thing with Gregory. Shout out to him too for making our photos and stuff. So as long as we have like our friends, and I feel like our support is there already. And we'll see where it goes.
I mean, that's why like even when you hit me up, we were just like texting about nothing related to this, but I was like, I had bet up. I was like, "Hey, are you cool with having Alex on here to promote what he's doing?" And so we were like, "Yeah." So that there's like no hesitation.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man.
And so that's where it's at. But so again, everybody check it out. All the links will be in the descriptions down below to all their stuff if you want to follow both of them. And then every Thursday, that new mix coming out. Coming with it.
Best believe.
Yeah. And that, like, dude, your mixes always get me so pumped. And it's funny because when it comes to EDM, right, I was always mostly like mainstream and house for the past couple years. And your stuff on just what you listen to got me back into dubstep, and I didn't know dubstep had evolved to the point where it's at. Right.
Yeah, it's very different.
So, do you remember like your first encounter with like EDM music? Because I know for me, it was when I was 8 years old. I don't know what it was. I think it was Dorade Sandstorm. Dorade Sandstorm on a Naruto AMV. Gaara versus Rock Lee. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. I watched the video literally 100 times.
I didn't even know what EDM was a thing, like what it was back then. And like even like when I think back to the first like what really was getting me into like EDM at all was the movie Blade, the intro song. Do you remember that? Do you remember that song? Dude, I remember hearing that. I was like, I love this style of music.
Yeah.
And then, from there it was over. But go ahead.
That song is actually called Fat Bass.
That was what it is?
Really?
Yeah.
Dang,
It's one of my favorite songs.
That song is so good. And because, wow, that movie came out a cool minute ago.
Yeah, that's what, 01?
Yeah, I was like 10 or
99,
11,
01
something like
around
that.
there.
Yeah.
First black superhero.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Black Panther.
I wanted to be half vampire. I was like, I'm already half black and white.
Exactly, yeah.
Might as well.
There.
That's true, yeah.
So where did your journey start with it?
With EDM?
Yeah.
Oh, man. As far as I can remember, it was probably... Sandstorm was definitely an influence. Fat Bass was another influence for sure. That intro, man, just
Dude.
killer. It's actually this DJ called Eric Prydz. He's like an OG. He still plays here and there. The song is called "Call on Me."
I think I know what you're talking about.
The reason why I know this one is because when I was a kid, my uncle would always like go or get music videos and put them on a DVD and we'll just watch them, you know? This particular song was, the music video was some dude working out in yoga and the girls just happened to be wearing like...
I know what video you're talking about too.
very short shorts and it's a very good music video and it's also a very good song. Yeah. That's one of the songs. And of course, Satisfaction by Benny Benassi.
Oh yeah, totally.
Another great music video, by the way. Really liked that one as a kid. But those were some songs that I definitely remembered. Well, to be honest, I didn't even know what EDM was at the time. I was like,
right.
I don't think anybody really did.
Thought it was just music,
because it was just back then. It was just techno. Everything that style was called techno.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I remember that. But I didn't realize what EDM was really until when I was like in 8th grade, and I think Ricardo showed me who deadmau5 was, and this is like 08.
Yeah.
And dude, at first I'm not lying. I was like, dude, this is shit. What is this? You know, like let me go listen to my Slipknot or something. You know, like Maggots for life. You know? But you know, over some time, I was like, dude, this music's so chill and I like it. And then, you know, deadmau5, Swedish House Mafia.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
You know, those arts. Man, I'm already getting so excited. Skrillex, man.
Dude.
When I heard Skrillex, like, I'm not going to lie, it felt like I was, like, running out of oxygen. Like, hearing the dubstep, I was like, what is this? You know, it's like, making all these weird noises and stuff. So exciting. But those were honestly, like, the biggest influences for me that got me into EDM in general. Really good. That's
cool. Yeah, because I remember I was listening to like EDM, because what was big back in the day, right, was EDM versions of like pop songs, right? That was the only way it really like got out to a lot of people. Yeah, because DJs would mix that in sometimes.
I mean, they still do that.
Yeah, exactly. And I remember playing some of that music, and some of my friends were like, "What the hell is this shit? Like, what are you listening to?" And literally, like, fast forward like 5 years, they're all listening to EDM. You know what I mean?
It's definitely become the norm. Because when I was in high school, if you listen to EDM or like for example, I used to shuffle and stuff. People were like, "Look at this weird kid," you know, like, what the hell is he doing? And now people are like, Ultra Festival.
Yeah.
They're all on it. They'll be like, "Hey, Alex, I didn't know you raved." I'm like, bro.
Where you been?
You don't know me, bro.
Yeah, like, you know, I've been living this lifestyle for a cool minute, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, I don't mind them. I've seen some people who I remember used to like shit on me because I listened to EDM.
Right.
And I would see them at shows in SF or, you know, like at Wallblind and stuff. And they'll be like, "Hey man, what's up?" And I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" And I don't get mad at the fact that they're listening to it, because honestly, the more people who listen to it,
the bigger it gets,
yeah, the bigger it gets, you know, and honestly, that makes me happy.
So with that in mind, like, where do you see like EDM going? Because from what it looks like, it seems to be coming like full circle. Because I feel like a lot of that mainstream and like big house type of sound really like blew up in the past few years, right? But from what it looks like and from what I've seen, it seems like dubstep is coming back, but in a new form.
Exactly.
You know?
Dude, it's so funny that you mentioned that, because me and Ricardo were just talking about how, because I used to be really big into like big room house, you know, like the type of EDM, and then not so much into dubstep, other than Skrillex and stuff, and Funk Cakes and Cookie Monster. And then I stopped listening to EDM for a while, and then just last year when I heard dubstep, it's like you said, you're like, how the hell did dubstep get from this wonky noise to an actual like song, you know? And now that dubstep is going full on, like countdown, all dubstep, right? It was just pure dubstep.
The majority of it was, and it was crazy to see because how they implemented it into the show. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like you could really vibe off that like really well. Granted, deadmau5 like murdered his set. Like it was. I saw it. I was like, "What the fuck?" You know what I mean? But yeah, it's really interesting to see how dubstep is evolving. You know what I mean?
It's evolving, but I'm gonna call it right now. House is coming back.
I believe it,
dude. I remember it is coming back, and like even with your thing when you were like, "Hey, what style should we mix next?" And like everybody wanted house, dude, bro. I was shocked too. I was like, what? House of all things? I was like, okay.
I told Ricardo, I was like, hey man, start getting those dubstep tunes, you know, everybody get some filthy shit. Yeah. And I go on Twitter and House won.
Yeah.
I told the girl, I'm like, dude.
I thought it was going to be dubstep for sure.
That's what I thought too.
For sure.
But you know what? House, I don't think it ever died. I don't think none of these subgenres ever died.
Right.
It's just one gets so popular that the rest doesn't get heard.
Right.
Dubstep it's up there right now. But House, man.
House is coming
It's
back.
creeping up. It's creeping up.
I think House is gonna go more of the because this week when you do the Mumba, that's what's really kind of like gripping people. You know what I mean? That,
right now,
that's that rhythmic because that rhythm feel like when it comes to dubstep, right?
Yeah.
People like that dirty bass, but they like that feeling of a song that you can almost like dance.
It's a little bit more mainstream.
You know what I mean?
I would say it's more mainstream for lack of a better word, but yeah.
For people who don't know what Mumba is, it's basically like reggaeton with electronic music.
Yeah.
It just makes people want to just get up.
It's one of the most fun. Yeah.
It is. Oh yeah, for sure. It's definitely. But like the reason why I think House is coming up, there's this particular subgenre of a genre. Like EDM gets so complicated, but this thing called what's it called, bass house and big room house.
Oh yeah.
Those are the ones that you're gonna start seeing at clubs. You're gonna start seeing more DJs, come out. Mumba is I wouldn't say it's part of house, but it's definitely there.
You can see like an integration though there at some point.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah,
remember that Primal song I showed you? That was like kind of off the cuff.
Yeah.
When I heard that, I was like, "Oh man, this is an interesting sound that I'm gonna pay attention to because that beat." But do you believe that a lot of what happens like in the mainstream influences what people listen to in EDM?
Oh,
like
dude,
with the emergence of like Martin Garrix, Marshmello, Slishy doing songs for like really big names. You know what I mean? Do you think are they the ones that are directing what people are going to be listening to in the future?
So the first part of your question, when you said if what big artists are influencing other artists, like as far as their music and stuff, I do believe that. But I think, are you referring to the fact that those artists like Marshmello, Martin Garrix are including like singing artists into their like actual making songs, or
more so like how the songs sound, like their sound? Do you think their sound is what's pushing EDM to be in this direction of house?
Possibly. Personally, I don't like Marshmello's music. Yeah. He's a festival DJ, that's for sure. So he knows how to throw it on at the festival. But his own music, I don't like it as much. It's too soft. I don't know if that. I'm a dubstep guy, so to me,
totally.
I don't. That's a really good question, but I can see how it might influence them, though.
Yeah, because I feel like there are certain, like with the emergence of, like obviously Drake is a big name, Travis Scott, and even on Kendrick's new stuff and The Weeknd, like their sound, right? How it sounds with like those flat drums, those like, you know what I mean? Like you'll hear it like in the background. So like it kind of just makes you curious. Like is what the mainstream for like hip hop influencing EDM to some extent? Since there is sort of a crossover at some point, you know what I mean? Like what EDC they brought out, like Drake, G-Eazy, Little John. So it almost makes you wonder like what the hip hop community is producing, maybe affecting where people's ears are going in the EDM space.
Yeah, because I mean, it's a fact that if you listen to EDM, you're more than likely going to also be listening to like hip hop or rap or whatever in general. Because a lot of artists I do see are now collabing with rappers. Like.
And I think too, like with that, the reason why they're doing that is also to really get EDM out there. Because a lot of times, like for example, even with Skrillex did his remix of Humble, like, you know what I mean? But those things right there, like they're doing that. I don't think they're doing that to influence the music to go in a certain direction. I think they're doing it more to create more awareness. Because somebody who like Kendrick, he has a way bigger audience than 99% of EDM DJs.
Yeah.
And so them creating that platform of using this person's name and their talent to now create this new opportunity for people to discover a new genre of music, I feel like is really more the goal, at least from my perspective, is that more of the goal is to try to create awareness around what EDM music is and can be, not necessarily that they're trying to guide the music to become more mainstream.
Yeah.
But that's true. But yeah. You guys were diving in real deep.
I'm just passionate about
That was a really good question. I was like,
awesome.
because I don't know, when I listen to the music, and I always look for similarities in between.
yeah, no. I mean, now that you mentioned it, I'm probably gonna be when I'm mixing, be like, this shit sounds like this. Oh shit, you know,
yeah. You'll see the nuances.
I like that.
But moving away from that, I have another statement to make.
No.
Just a quick statement: lasagna is the ultimate meal, and it can be eaten every day. That's all I'm saying.
I would disagree. But
You can't disagree
I
because
can.
it's a proven fact.
It is not.
It can be eaten in multiple forms. It's technically a cake, so it can be in dessert form. You can have it vegetarian, meat, without vegetarian or meat, vegan.
That's how you know you're not supposed to eat it.
No. Anyways,
Wait, quick fact. I eat lasagna on my birthday for like the past 10
dude,
years.
you are true
Soulmates.
homie.
Ask my mom.
You guys are both like single and everything. Just make it happen.
It's 2018.
Soulmates.
California.
We'll be lasagna soulmates.
There you go.
Yeah.
Lasagna soulmates.
Spaghetti.
Hashtag
Spaghetti, did my new number one, but
Wow.
yeah. Well, Jacob, why don't you think it's I think it's the ultimate meal, but I mean,
The ultimate
digress.
meal.
It
I don't
fills
know if
you up
can
with
act-
that.
I don't know if you can. I don't know if you could actually survive off of only eating that. Can you
Of
survive? off only
course,
eating
yes, of course. You can make it with just the regular noodles. You can use wheat noodles to get your nutrition and fiber in every day with what you need. You know what I mean? You don't have to even stop at the meat sauce. You can put chicken. You could put Alfredo sauce. You could put red sauce, marinara sauce.
I will say lasagna.
I mean mushrooms.
yeah,
mushrooms.
totally.
Yeah, mushrooms. I'll say lasagna's not bad.
Oh, that's
don't
right.
know
I
if
forgot
it's
he doesn't
my
like
favorite.
tomatoes. That's why.
It's just not my
You don't
favorite.
like tomatoes?
He's a tomato hater.
I'm not a tomato hater. I just don't like tomatoes.
So no
I don't
ketchup?
hate tomatoes, but I'll eat. I'll have pizza. I mean, I'll eat lasagna if that's what's there, or somebody makes spaghetti. Like, I'm not gonna be like. When I was young, though, I used to be like, I'm only eating the garlic bread. That's how I was back in the
Wow.
day. And then I got over it.
Now you see what I have to
Like,
deal with.
you know,
I can't have lasagna.
That's a hardcore.
I mean, you can have lasagna. You can get a little personalized lasagna. If
No,
it's
those
within your
are
diet.
shit,
Yes.
man.
See, you understand. They're shit.
I went to Safeway and
I
I got
mean-
like one of those lasagnas. Garbo.
The same to me. Same to me.
Just gonna calm
Pizza's nice though. Pizza's good.
down. I will agree on that.
Yeah.
Just had pizza before I came here.
Yeah. Pizza's awesome.
Good stuff. But moving away from the obvious answers,
Yeah.
did you guys watch the Olympics at all this weekend?
I watched one dude go down a hill on a snowboard.
Okay, I was waiting for that sentence to finish. I was like, "Where? One dude go down? Okay, on a hill." I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, whoa. I don't know what you're watching on the weekends, but
Yeah.
well,
I saw the girls downhill snowboarding one.
Yeah.
I think it
probably
took
the
3
same.
jumps, right? They did like 3
Yeah,
jumps.
they go like down the hill and do like tricks and stuff or something.
Yeah.
that's pretty sick.
A chick, I'm sorry, a woman.
Oh.
Oh,
A woman.
he respects women.
Did you just assume her gender?
I'll be right back. Some chick from South Lake Tahoe won the gold.
No way.
That's
awesome. That's dope.
Yeah.
Not surprised since it's South.
I forget that the Winter Olympics are a thing.
You know, I did too, but then I watched curling this weekend. I didn't understand.
Oh, I saw a Snapchat of that.
Yeah.
Maybe it was from you.
Yeah, it was on my story. I don't understand any of it, but it was one of the most exciting things I've
It's
seen.
very interesting.
I'm
It's
boycotting.
almost like it's not as cool as handball.
Wait, I'm gonna get back to that.
But-
Wait, what were you gonna say?
I'm actually boycotting the hockey. It's the first time since 1994 that they're not allowing any NHL players to participate in the Olympics.
Why?
Really?
The commissioner, you know how everybody's a commissioner and stuff? I guess the commissioner of the NHL was like, last Olympics, 2014 in Sochi, a lot of players got injured. And because of that, when they returned back to their teams, they couldn't play, which to him was hurting ticket sales. So
Whack.
So you're not allowed to represent your country so that you could get a few more tickets.
So last year
Interesting.
he like around July he said if any player plays in the Olympics, they're automatically terminated from the team or something like that. Something like that. But
That sounds illegal.
but
ridiculous.
I thought it was illegal too. But I guess
He's got
under the
really good lawyers.
yeah, because the last time was like in 1990. They did like a holdout. 1994, they went back and ever since then they played. But this year, if you have an NHL contract, you cannot play in the Winter Olympics.
That's so dumb.
So yeah,
That's wild.
There's a lot of players that are obviously pissed.
Yeah.
Canada, USA were usually like the most that had the most NHL players. Russia as well, but Russia, most of their players play in the Russian league, so
Right.
they're gonna dominate.
Yeah.
Easily.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
That sucks.
that's so dumb. And
That's what I said.
like they'd have to pick like random street players that are like unknown talent that are like hella good.
Actually, they're using. I mean, it's not bad either.
College
because,
players, or-
exactly.
yeah.
Yep. They're using college players, and they're using. I mean, there's Americans who play not in the National Hockey League, but probably like in the
V League?
No, not D League. They can't even play either. The AHL.
Yeah.
because they're affiliated with the.
It's still the same. It's
Yeah.
still they're still all they're still considered one, just like
Yeah.
the same thing with the NBA. They have their own league as well.
It's crazy. But no, what I mean, like, if an American plays in the Russian league, or as long as it's not in the American or in the Northern American League, they qualify. So it's crazy. I thought it was all BS.
Yeah, that's wild. I didn't even know that, but
That's crazy thinking about that because
that doesn't happen in the Summer Olympics.
me and Jacob, yeah,
That one
because
sucked.
Yeah, that doesn't happen at all.
the last Summer Olympics me and Jacob watched, right? We saw this sport called handball, which
Well, that wasn't the last one, but the first one that we watched.
yeah, the first
together.
one we watched, and it got us thinking. I was like, what sport would we have to play in order to get to the Olympics? Like, how do we get to the Olympics?
Handball.
With the people that we know, handball. Have you seen
Easily.
No,
I think I would dominate in playing handball.
handball? I think you would too.
I can't. So I recently researched this, like to try to find the U.S. I mean, there is a team,
Yeah.
but on the West Coast, it's pretty much non-existent. The next closest club is an SF, which I'm
Not trying to go to SF.
not trying to travel a couple hours to just practice handball. But handball looks tight, man.
What is it? Is it like smacking into the wall?
No,
or-
so what it is it's basically like soccer, hockey,
And basketball.
and basketball combined into one.
Dude, it looks so fun.
So what you have your opposing sides. You have a goalie. You have the players on the field, and then there's a half circle around the goalie, which you can't go past that point. So typically, people will guard that half circle as well as the goalie, and you can only run a certain amount of steps before passing the ball or passing it. And then and you're just trying to score as many goals as possible. But
So you score by throwing them in like lacrosse?
Throwing it in, yeah. So.
They do some. Like,
So you'll have guys that like run and jump, and they're like in midair, throwing in midair and stuff.
what was that one dude that did
Pretty
the
interesting.
like he threw it and it looked like it went, but the ball actually had so much backspin, it went behind his hand and like it bounced into. I just remember we saw something like that.
Yeah,
Like, it was tripping
there's
out.
like some interesting ones where they'll put a spin on the ball and like make it like it'll bounce and then go into the. It takes some skill. Like it's definitely looks extremely fun. Like it's one of those games that you watch and you're like, this game was made up in like somebody's childhood, like easily. Like they were just like, okay, these are the rules, this and that, and then you just played it. So
That in the
handball.
summer, right? Summer Olympics?
It's the Summer Olympics. You should look it up. Handball 100% because
we need to make that handball team because we really wanted.
I need to
find
figure
enough
out
people
how
to
to
play
do
it.
that because I know that there's dude, it's one of the most underrated sports and like underground like Olympic sports, I think, because that's really this last Olympics. Other than track and field, that was pretty much the only Summer Olympics thing that I watched consistently. Like
Yeah.
I legit went on like how they had the app on the Apple TV. That was the only thing I looked for on there, and I would watch the entire handball matches.
Yeah,
The U.S. is definitely not dominant.
yeah, they suck. I think it was like the Swedish people that were dope.
Swedish were really good.
Swedes.
Egyptians the Egyptians are really good at it.
That's what I remember too. Yeah.
Brazil has a team that was decent. I can't remember now because it's been a couple of years since I sat and watched it, but they had and what's interesting is when you watch it, like most of the guys look like they're like they're all balding and like it's definitely like another
gut.
man's sport. Got a little bit of gut. But then you got some young guys. There was like this dude that like Sweden or one of those Switzerland or one of those. he was like 19. Like they all have like
really young
buff,
dude.
in shape guys, and fight, like playing against like these guys that are like definitely middle aged. So it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, but I will play that
Definitely.
at some point.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's stupid fun.
Looks like fun.
How are we doing on time?
I have no idea.
Nice. That means we're on time. Anyways, there is. I just want to get your opinion because I feel it's like differed between like who you are. I fucking hate Pacheco Pass. I think it's the worst place to drive.
Shit. Pacheco Pass.
I would not disagree.
My cousin crashed there.
Yeah.
Dude, Kevin crashed there.
Did
you know that?
Recently?
Yeah, it was pretty recent. It was like, I think his tire popped or something.
No. Like,
or no, Jax got caught. So Jax got caught and his leash wrapped around the wheel and it locked the wheel and like he was trying to get Jax undone. Like it was like all bad. Yeah, and it like messed up the whole bottom of his car. That's why he ended up switching up cars. It was because of that situation.
Mercedes?
No, that's why he got the Mercedes.
that was his other car.
It was that. Was the Celica? What was
Yeah,
it?
Celica.
Yeah, he had a. Remember that gray
shit.
Celica?
This happened a while ago then.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, this was like, I don't know, maybe like 6
I think it was
months
just
ago.
a few months ago.
It was like 6 months ago.
That's hella
4 or 6
scary.
months ago.
Yeah,
Dude,
but yeah, screw Pacheco Pass. When I used to live in Sac and I would visit home, I would go through the 5 and through
you
Pacheco
would go
Pass.
all the way through.
Oh, it sucked ass. But
Yeah.
my cousin crashed right there because it was raining, and you know how he was coming from Sac to us, so it's downhill.
Yeah.
And I guess like his friend that was driving was like, I don't know, thought he was cool or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And next thing you know, he started hydroplaning, and luckily he was in the lane where you don't fall to your death because it's the other freeway or the other lane. And I guess they just flipped and stuff. I mean, they survived. They're fine.
Right.
Shit.
But every time he drives through there, or even when I drive through there, that's all I could think of is like, whoa, like,
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm the same way because I, like, when I'm going down there, bro, because, okay, it's an irrational fear. Like, driving through day, I'm, like, pretty cool. Like, I'm cool because, like, I'll be listening to stuff. But, dude, driving through Pacheco Pass at night, dude, when I've done it.
Doing that and going downhill, like doing that and then it being raining.
Yes.
And going downhill, like, I literally, like, both hands on the wheel,
Yeah.
like, I'm like solid focused. I won't even listen to
concentrating.
music. I will pause my music if
just to focus.
if
yeah.
I can. I'll like, or I'll just do it from like now I have it on my steering wheel, but I'll legit like pause the music. And back then, I wouldn't even like listen to anything. I wouldn't talk to anybody on the phone. Nothing.
Dude, you
I
used
would
to
just be
drive your
focused.
truck through there, huh?
I did.
Dude.
Yeah, I used to have to do it a lot because I would travel over here a lot because my family's here. My girlfriend at the time was here. I mean, she still lives here, but I was the commute from Fresno to here. And
you gotta go through Pacheco?
Yeah, just to get
always.
from
That's the
Fresno.
only way to get
Yeah.
from Fresno. Is
really?
I mean, it's not the only way.
There's
but
another way, but it's longer.
That's the fastest way.
Yeah, because you would have to go down.
It
and
adds
take the
another
101.
like 40 minutes.
Oh, and then go
Because
up?
you have to go. Yeah, you have to go south and then
You go through Los Banos. No, not Los Banos.
not Los Banos. You go through
Paso Robles?
Paso Robles. Yeah.
Paso Robles. Yeah, you go all the way
all
down
the way around.
there, and then
Up
you go
King
up
City,
101.
up- shit.
Yeah, if you go that
That's
way,
100 miles.
which is way
Out the
like
way.
that's way out of the way. So it.
But like from Fresno, it's only like 40 minutes, but still.
And really, with Pacheco Pass, it's only 20 minutes of the drive, like as a whole, like start to
Yeah.
finish.
But I will never drive at
but
night.
it
I will
feels
never
like-
drive there
it
at
feels
night.
Terrible.
Dude, because I also, when I was a kid, I used to remember you watch those scary videos?
Yeah.
Right? Bro, there's this one video. I mean, now that I watch it, it's like obviously fake, but like they're driving down a dark road and like a ghost appears, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then she disappears, and then all of a sudden she appears inside the car, and then they crash. Bro, that shit scarred me for life. So when I'm driving through, because people have died on Pacheco Pass, right?
Yeah.
And they've crashed. So I swear, like, if that shit exists, I ain't trying to be there to find out. You know what I mean?
That's
like,
what- yeah.
it's irrational fear, right? I get it. Like, but I'm just not trying to risk
Well,
it.
and you see better during the day. People are more aware during the day. They're more alert. They're less likely to make mistakes. Yeah, I hate driving through Pacheco Pass. I do everything that I can do to avoid it if I can. And then,
Bro, I drove 3 hours to Berkeley just so I could get around that shit. Because I was like, oh, I'll drop off my brother. I don't mind. Because I do not want to go down that plane.
yeah,
It's terrible.
I don't mind going. I don't mind going east, but coming back
Especially when it's windy.
Especially when it's windy or when it's heavy. I hate coming back. It's going from, if I was going from here to Fresno, it's not bad because you're mostly going uphill. And the downhill part is straight. Like you're pretty much just driving straight down.
The only part though I hate when I'm going from here to there is after Pacheco Pass. You know, there's the lake or whatever. Mm-hmm. Oh man, for some reason like you don't even notice it, but you're going like 85 down that hill.
Yeah.
Then you're going quick, and you're like, holy shit, I gotta slow down.
The one part I don't like is where there's a part, you guys probably know what I'm talking about, where you can't see over the over the hill, where it starts to go down.
Yeah.
That's the only part that I'm like, slow down. I'm all like looking.
Yeah.
Even though I know I've driven through that like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times in my lifetime.
Yeah. I just try to be cautious the entire time, but. It's crazy because speaking of dangerous places to drive,
Crazy Horse.
Me, Alex.
Dude, I've lost so many dogs on Crazy Horse.
Dude, oh right, dude. But me, Alex, Greg, and George went to Tahoe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We saw a dude spin out, bro. We freaked with his kid in the back.
Wait, what?
So,
when you guys went skiing last year.
Let me preface this with, Alex did not told us that
there's no heater.
There's no heater in the truck. and then we asked him, Alex, why isn't there a heater? Oh, I didn't think we needed one.
What? You guys are going to the snow.
Hold on. Tell us your explanation.
There's no defrosters.
First of all, these fools asked me the night before, can we take your truck?
Oh, I know. That is true.
I was all like, all right.
And that wasn't even yours. It was like when you were like borrowing like your.
Let's not disclose that. They don't even know.
Like your
Jake, shut up.
They don't even know that.
What truck?
At this point, it's
actually my sedan.
That's
yeah.
Anyways, so they asked me. I was like, you know what? Yeah, it's cool. They didn't tell me. Like, I mean, I should have thought about it too. But I've never been in the snow. You know, like I didn't know none of this shit.
That was the other thing. It was his and Greg's first time in the snow.
Haven't been back since.
They haven't.
Oh yeah, Greg hasn't either.
They're done.
No one said, "Hey man, does your AC work or does what is that shit called? Defroster work?" No one told me that because I never use it here in Salinas or Monterey. You know, so it's whatever.
Just throw on an extra sweater. That's
yeah. So I mean, we're fine. You know, Sacramento, we're fine. We're going more north. We're fine. It got to the point where you start reaching that checkpoint where if you don't have a four-wheel drive, you have to put like little spikes in your tires.
Chains on it.
Those chains.
Yeah.
Spikes, same shit. I'm just kidding. And
then your tires.
Yeah. So then we're driving, you know, and I remember it was one of those Honda Accords.
No. It was a Nissan Altima.
It was a gray one. I remember that. I still remember that because it I'm not gonna lie, it kind of like fucked me up. But anyways, we're on the right lane and he's in the left lane and he's going, you know, bald guy and everything. And I was like, look at that guy. Screw that guy. Anyways, in the back, we noticed like they had like two kids that had pillows. They were like sleeping or something. I remember I saw them, but we were minding our own business. And next thing you know, George is like, yo, that guy's gonna, you know, he's gonna, what's that term?
Swerve.
So he's gonna spin out. Plane, whatever, spin out. And me and Benji were like, no way, you know, we were like hella looking. Next thing you know, he tries to like merge into our lane, and his car once he started turning right, he like panicked or something, and he started going like this, and George's like, no. Next thing you know, BAM! That car hits like the rail, and like you just see all the
snow.
No, not snow. Yeah, the snow was there too, but the
airbags.
The airbags just pop out and everything, and the first thing me and Benji said, the kids.
Because I saw their heads when he hit. They all went like that, and we were like, "Fuck!"
I don't know if this is true, but I did hear there's a thing where if you're out, like if you're like asleep or you're unconscious during like some kind of collision of some sort, that you're more likely to have less injuries and to survive.
That's true because your body goes limp.
Yeah, and you have less stress like in your muscles when you're like flexing or whatever. That's why. Okay, I'm kind of going off topic here, but that's why in airplanes, the reason why the airliner tells you, everybody put your head between your knees or whatever, is so that when they crash, and most likely you'll die, because, you know, your neck and everything, you're gonna die. Whereas people who are sleeping and they don't even know survive those type of crashes. There was like an article that I read where 3 people survived.
Yeah, there's like all kinds of
That's
stuff
so true
on
because
that.
I once talked to a nurse
Yeah.
who said people that drunk drive.
Oh yeah,
the drunk people survive.
Yeah,
because
the drunk people survive because they go limp, or there was somebody who they passed out while skydiving, and they survived.
No.
They passed out because they were freaking out and they started hyperventilating. Passed out, and like I don't know if they hit the ground or whatever, and they actually survived. Granted, they broke every bone in their body, but they survived it.
That's crazy.
And then just waking up.
Yeah, dude.
But
I'm sure they were like.
Yeah.
I'm sure they weren't. They weren't out. They were probably freaking out more that they couldn't move, and then they were like, "Wait, I'm in pain."
Yeah.
But yeah.
But that spinning out was just the beginning, dude.
Oh,
because we drove and we didn't know it started a blizzard. Like there was a literal blizzard happening.
Oh, I heard.
And George was out the door like this, looking, and we were all looking.
Keep in mind, George was traumatized, bro. I was traumatized. Like he was like, "Bro, I'm gonna slow down." Like,
Dude, it got to the point we couldn't see the road, and we almost drove off the. Remember that? Like he turned at the last second, and we were like, "Oh shit, that's not the road!" And we had to like go like, dude, it was. But fortunately, that was the only bad part.
Yeah.
You know?
No.
Well, that was like
For
bad
me,
fire for you.
me. This guy got
Stand by alley, ran it. Didn't you like run into a tree? You hit
No, you got a rock.
You almost. You hit a rock.
Hit a rock.
That's what it was.
I just
Tell us how you felt, Alex.
So I was shredding like Shaun White. I was hitting them pipes and everything, you know, and
Grinding on the rails. And everything.
hard, bro.
I was shredding so hard, bro. And I was shredding that snow. I was making that my bitch.
Fresh powder, bro.
And you know, your boy got a little too cocky, and he kind of, you know, fell. And
One time.
Just one time, and I opened my eyes, and I was like, I'm gonna die right now. Like literally, dude. Like that day, I remember before I told, oh my god, I'm already getting like nightmares. I told Corey, I was like, bro,
You're awake. It's fine.
I've never been in snow. I've never used a snowboard before.
Right.
And you want us to go up the fucking mountain already?
That's why I was telling you. I was like, remember I told you? I was like, hey, make sure they take you through the Kitty Hill real quick.
Yeah.
And I was like, I said, if you can do skis, I recommend doing skis first instead of snowboarding first.
Yeah. And guess what? Nope. I ended up snowboarding and I ended up going up the fucking mountain.
I found out what it meant to survive on
And-
that run.
The funniest thing ever was.
Have you ever?
Dude, that was my first time. But that was so. The way I look now, this is the best I've looked. I was 50 to 55 pounds heavier.
Yeah.
When I went up that fucking hill, Dude, I was like, oh man, this is like one of those episodes from like I Shouldn't Be Alive.
No, like seriously, and not only that, they made me and Greg, the people who have never done anything, get on the lift on our own.
Like,
And-
they didn't even tell you how to get off the lift.
No,
No, that was the thing. No. So I was with Corey
No, didn't
and
I
George.
see I saw a video.
Yes, we recorded them because here's what happened. I go, hey Corey, how do I get off of this? He's like, oh bro, I got you. You just gotta lean back and then slide. I'm like, oh, that's easy. And then I go, did you not tell them how to get off the lift? And he's like, oh no, I didn't. We should record this. Huh? Like, yeah. They busted out a camera, and then they were coming, and we were like, you extend. And Alex is like, what the fuck? And he goes
And it caught the board.
He falls, and then we're like, Alex, move! Because there was
like,
another car coming, yeah.
And then they fell trying to get out of the way, you guys.
that was horrible.
That's awesome.
But I will say,
I fell the first time.
I felt a lot. I got to the point where like I just couldn't feel my body, and I just was pushing.
The first time I ever, I've never snowboarded actually. I've skied though. Skiing is like actually pretty tight.
Yeah, but when you went skiing, you were like in very, very good shape.
I was in good shape, but I did eat it a lot. But what's nice about skiing is because the skis actually pop off. They pop off your feet, so you're not stuck like in one position. So you can kind of like, I mean, the boots are like heavy, but if you got strong legs, like you'll be fine. And what's like, I ate it so many times, but I never the first time I went, I didn't take any risks. Like because I didn't even wear I can't fit a helmet on my head, right? So I'm like, I ain't running into no trees. Yeah. I was like, Black Diamond, nope, going the other way. Yeah. And so, but I had super fun. I remember though that my legs, because on day 2 I was getting a little bit more confident, but my legs were my ankles. It was my ankles were tired. Yeah. That the skis, my feet were like doing this a lot, and I could not control it. I could not control it at all. But it was such a workout. I could see how people getting super.
Yeah, but you know what made it worse for us though, and they told us after the fact. They were like with that much powder, even a experienced snowboarder would have a tough time. And we were like, oh, so you made us go when it was like literally the worst conditions possible.
Well, I mean, you guys weren't going to turn around though.
Well, you know Corey, he was like. Yeah, these are probably the worst conditions ever snowboarding.
Because Corey's really he snowboards a lot. He's like semi-pro actually in snowboarding.
Dude, you couldn't see, like it was literally a blizzard, bro. Like
or was pro? He's like sponsored, anyways.
Yeah. Because I remember when I fell right, and I was just laying on my back, like snow was just like falling on my face, and I'm like, I'm gonna die.
Yeah,
I'm gonna die. And then I just hear Benji, get up, Alex. And I'm like, I can't even get up, bro. Like, shut up, hold on. And I'm like this. And I'm like, oh. And I got up. And I would just fall again. And then I did it.
See, I didn't see the fall. I just knew. Because I was busy falling myself. Mm-hmm. So I just looked back. I was like, Alex, just get up, dude. Like you could do it, you know? But shout out to Greg. He actually stayed with you and helped you.
Yeah, because Greg saw. He was like, bro, you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm good, bro. But when I got up, I instantly felt like vertigo. Like, it felt like shit. And then I spent like 20 minutes. I took off my board and I just walked down the hill. I was like, I'm walking. And then I didn't realize how high we were up there.
Yeah, dude. It's a long
we were so, dude.
It's a long way.
And then, as I'm walking,
we went to the wrong spot too.
Did we?
No, I did. I remember I did. I went to the other side of the camp and I had to take the fucking shuttle back.
Oh, that's where I ended up too. I had to take that bus to the entrance of the other one.
And instead of just going back to the original. Yeah. Because I got lost. I don't know where I was.
So did I, dude. And like, I actually had the those RV ATVs, whatever. They actually had to pick me up, and then like, because they saw me, and they're like, "Hey, bro, you okay?" And I was like, "Hell no!" And so he's like, "Let me see." And he like does his little eye, and he's like, "Yeah, man, we got to get you checked in." And I was like, why? You know, my foot hurts, but I feel good. He's all like, are you feeling dizziness or anything like that? And I was like, yeah, I feel dizziness and that. He's like, I think you got a concussion, young one. I was like, bro, what the fuck? I was like, what do you mean? So then he's like, no, you're good. Here, just get you some water. And then they throw me down the bus. And he did one more check. And he was like, no, you should be good. Or just don't snowboard, you know, like for the rest of the day.
He's like, yeah, don't tell me twice.
Yeah, I'm like, you don't got to tell me twice, bro. I was so dead, man. I was done. I was like, fuck snowboarding, fuck the snow, fuck Tahoe, you know. Like, I was done. And then we got to the hotel. Turns out we can't even check into the hotel yet. Like, some shit happened. Remember that?
Yeah, well, our rooms weren't ready.
Yeah, our rooms weren't ready, and I was over here. I was getting like a fever or something, but I think it was just a concussion. Just like,
yeah, you just weren't feeling it.
Yeah, no, oh, dude, that sucked.
But the rest of the trip was cool.
Yeah, it was fun. I'm not lying. As bad as I experienced that part, it was definitely such a fun experience being able with my friends, you know.
I want to go back to the snow, just not when it's trying to kill us.
Like right now, it's a good time.
And in a better car with a defroster.
Yeah,
those are my goals.
My car doesn't qualify, so.
Yeah, we're never doing
that Civic.
That's why I need like a Ford Raptor or something like that.
Yeah,
tear that shit up.
That'd be tight. Or like to drive a nice Jeep.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
I would definitely want to get a Jeep. Mm-hmm. My next 2 cars I'm gonna get a Tesla for sure. I don't know which one, but a Tesla for sure, and a Jeep Grand Cherokee for sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get an orange. Have you seen the orange and black ones?
I have not, but that does sound like a dope colorway though.
They're really nice.
Yeah, I'd appreciate it.
Really nice. Is there anything else on your list?
On my list, I think we pretty much hit everything other than, the greatest piece of news, Garoppolo signing with the Niners for the highest paid contract in NFL history.
I don't know if that's the greatest piece of news.
Never losing another football game again, going 92-0, greatest of all time. Jimmy Garoppolo.
I think you're very optimistic.
Let me live my life. Okay, my Niners are doing good. My Lakers just got Isaiah Thomas.
The Niners are doing good?
Yeah, they won their last 4 games. They're undefeated.
They won their last 4 games.
Jimmy G hasn't lost a single game.
0 deaths. Yeah. Hopefully, I mean, honestly, though, because he's been under Brady for a long time. Mm-hmm. And I think it's nice because this is time to shine. Because he actually was doing really well.
As long as he's not with the Cowboys, that's all that matters.
What's wrong with the Cowboys?
Hey, they got rid of Dez, huh?
Right.
No?
Okay.
It's not official, yeah.
Sorry.
I've heard talks that, because one of our other, I'm talking about on the team, Bryce Butler.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. Bryce Butler of the Cowboys basically said, "Why are you guys paying this type of money when you can't even catch and shit like that?"
Wow.
It's just causing beef, and it's like he's basically saying it's either me or him. And honestly, Dez, like, I love you, bro. This is a message from me to you. Take a pay cut, bro. Get to bouncing.
Yeah, because he hasn't done enough.
He hasn't done shit.
And the thing is, not in recent years, and the thing is, it's not always the quarterback.
Didn't you have him on your fantasy at one point?
Like
not
no, that was like 2010 maybe.
Yeah, he screwed you up.
The first season we did with Carl.
He screwed you back then too.
Carl! And I was like, and that was back when he was like Romo, and that was his main guy, and everything. And then I mean when Dak came in, he kind of started. It kind of sparked him up a little bit. It gave him a little bit of life, and then he got hurt. Then when Dak got hurt, that was when it was like he pretty much is like non-existent on the earth.
Well, let's end on this, Alex. What do the Cowboys need to not suck complete dick?
We need a defense.
Yeah.
Actually, no. We just need
a defense and a second running.
You need to get rid of Dak Prescott?
No, dude.
Oh, definitely not.
It was just
definitely not.
It's
definitely not.
It's gonna be a bounce back.
You don't think Dak Prescott's a worse Cam Newton?
No.
No, he just had it was his second year in the season in the NFL.
I think that people are way too hard on him. I think for me, because he was the one who made them go from a losing team to a winning team. He was the main factor in that. And then after he got hurt and all of that, or after not he got hurt, Elliott got suspended. That's a different game, because now in football as a quarterback, if you don't have a running game, you're done. You're done, and that's what they need. They need a defense, and they need a second running back.
I'll put it this way. Honestly, I feel the biggest reason why we had a winning season, but it wasn't a season where we should be proud of. I feel like there were so many distractions, especially with Ezekiel Elliott's suspension.
Yeah, suspensions for sure.
Honestly, that was so it was just causing so much tension. Our running backs, Darren McFadden retired. Alfred Morris, he's like, yo, am I gonna start? Am I not gonna start? It was just causing all this unwanted attention to us, and I feel it was just throwing everybody off their game.
Yeah, I think it's interesting that
they weren't focused on football.
Yeah, but it's interesting that you said that you need a second running back, it's crazy to see that we were seeing a new system. Two good running backs are almost required.
Because the thing is that what's happening is too. The workload, they start to realize okay, these guys are much more fresh. They're much more able to do that. They're not getting beat up through the course of the game. And then two, with especially with the Cowboys right now, you saw that it was when there's no run game, that affects the pass in every scenario. And people don't realize that. People don't realize that if there's no run game, because they look at guys like Tom Brady. But if there was no run game, there would be rushing. They'd be rushing the quarterback.
Tom Brady's an anomaly, so
exactly. But that's my point. That's my point. They look at this one guy, but then in reality, even Tom Brady would have an extremely hard time if there's no
Le'Veon Bell to the Cowboys.
No.
Would it happen? But how great would that feel?
I don't think it would.
I actually don't want him in our team.
You don't think so?
Bell?
We already have a franchise running back.
There are, yeah. I mean, there's rumors of Le'Veon going somewhere else, and Le'Veon come to the Niners.
I mean, you guys have the cap space, but the reason why I said no to the Cowboys, if we didn't have Elliott, hell yeah. But we have Elliott. Why would we have?
Yeah, you just need another guy.
The only reason why I said that because if you look at Kamara and Ingram.
Who?
Kamara and Ingram. They both finished in the top of running backs, and they almost had equal yards from scrimmage.
Who's the running backs for the Eagles?
Ajayi and
Ajayi
Blunt.
And Blunt, yeah,
And Blunt,
Le'Veon Blunt.
they were having equal like that Super Bowl game.
That's what I'm saying. That's why they need to have like an Ajayi. That's what they need on the Cowboys in order to.
I think
like that
Ezekiel's
way.
more of an Ajayi. They need more of a Blunt.
No.
No.
You don't think
Ezekiel
so?
is
He's a power
definitely
But
he's definitely an elite level.
I mean, he
starting
make the
running
plays
back.
though. Like he be getting it.
Yeah, Ajayi is like it. Yeah,
I meant it from Ajayi being the number
like the
one.
running style.
Being the number one.
I don't. Ajayi's not the number one, is he?
No, Blunt.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Blunt is number one. Is the number one running back, because they're different styles. So Ajayi's like the fast. He's just the fast guy basically, and Blunt's the power guy. He's better at blocking. Ajayi's good at blocking too. Obviously,
If they had a Kamara for Ezekiel, that'd be dope.
Honestly, I think Alfred Morris could be put up to
he
task.
can
It's just-
because he's been a number one running back before.
Yeah.
Once upon a time.
Once upon a time, like 4 seasons ago.
Chill, bro.
But
2015, he's a rookie for the Redskins.
4 seasons ago.
Yeah, he was a rookie for Redskins, and he won.
That was when he had his breakout game. It was when who got hurt? Somebody got hurt, and then he came in. I remember because he scored like 50 fantasy points, and we were like, "Oh snap!"
Dude, I remember having Jamal Charles one year. He scored me 44 points. I was like, "Is this even happening right now?"
I know because you picked him up off the waiver wire,
Charles.
and it was just
he put
because
up 44 points against the Raiders.
Yeah.
He had 2 touchdowns. He had a receiving touchdown and a running touchdown in the first 5 minutes of the game.
remember that.
I was like, yes, because I was winning. But who, like, besides Dez, who are the other receivers?
Bryce Butler. Then you got what's his name?
Isn't it
Cole Beasley.
Cole Beasley.
Cole Beasley? Yeah.
He's like the slot receiver, and then you also have the guy from Baylor.
Cole's interesting too. He didn't even want to play in the NFL. He was just like,
Was he like
I
a
guess I'll
baseball
play.
player?
Yeah, he was like, I guess I'll play. And like he wasn't even trying to play, and he was like, I'll play. Like I don't even remember the whole situation, but basically they invited him to like play.
Go play, yeah.
And he was like, I guess I'll play for a couple of games,
Yeah.
and he's played since, but he's pretty good.
He reminds me of an Edelman.
He's a good slot receiver.
Type of receiver, yeah.
Yeah, they play the same position.
Which I'm excited to see Edelman come
Oh,
out.
we have this one dude from Baylor. He's like a 4th year, 3rd year, and I remember he cost us a game because he didn't go outside. For his name.
Hey, because I know you guys used to have an Ogletree. Is that the same Ogletree that plays defense now?
No. Ogletree, he had one game that he was good.
Yeah.
One's Alec Ogletree, and then there's like Brendan Ogletree.
Oh,
I think it's
okay.
Brandon
I
Ogletree,
thought he sucked at
Brent
being
Ogletree or something.
I thought he sucked at being a receiver, so he went to.
It's 2 different Ogletrees.
But Ogletree, he it was the opening game of I think it's like the 2012 season.
Biggest
2013
fantasy
season.
bait
And
ever.
he had 3 touchdowns, right, in that opening game. And he also had 3 touchdowns or 4 touchdowns for the whole season.
versus the Giants.
Yeah, he scored one more. He scored one other touchdown other than that, but everybody was like, "Oh, Tree! Oh my gosh! Like, who is this guy?"
I forgot someone picked him up and they didn't get shit.
And I picked him up. I picked him up just in case, but I didn't start him.
Oh yeah.
And then because I was like, and then it ended up being like this huge fluky thing. He had his 15 seconds of fame. I don't know what happened to him. He just basically just wasn't getting any looks. Like they weren't giving him any targets after that because Dez came back in. Plus Witten was back in. I think because he missed that first game too.
Yeah. Well, all is right with the world. Cowboys suck. Niners are getting better, and can't wait to see what 2018 has in store.
Didn't the Cowboys do better than the Niners this season?
We are not talking anymore. The podcast is
even
over.
with
Audio
even
sync?
with their whole team being healthy and not having any major suspensions or anything like that.
I have nothing more to say.
But other than all of that, what we do have left to say is check out Senpai Ale and Ricardo. What's Ricardo's like? Does he have like
Robo Richie?
Is Robo Richie? That's
Robo
what it is.
Richie, yeah.
And the Grim Bros on SoundCloud, and also check out their Instagram and Twitters and all that stuff. The links will be in the description below. And this has been
The Toasted Podcast.
the Toasted Podcast. All right, smile at the camera.
What? You're supposed to say the outro.
What do you want
The
to say?
outro we practiced for like 30 minutes.
Thank you for watching and listening. Have a good one, guys.